Did you know that more than 90% of you are not subscribed? Let's fix that. Those are rookie numbers. We're back here once again with another anniversary reaction thing. This is one I didn't really think about until October rolled around, and I was just thinking about stuff just like, what all happened in October in the past? And then I was like, oh yeah, the double episode special for Dragon Ball Super aired on October 8th, 2017. Right? Yes, October 8th. Double check that. Which, as the title said, we have had Ultra Instinct for 6 years. Ain't that crazy? God damn, time is a bitch, man. Yes, a form that we have since seen only in the manga, nothing else, because Toei loves us so much. But since this is an anniversary, a celebration, like I did with the Clone Wars movie, the 15 years later for that, I figured we'd rewatch and look back on the 2-episode special that aired way back when. I can talk about just, I don't know, my thoughts at the time, what was going on with Dragon Ball, and just overall stuff. So let's just get right into the first episode, episode 109. The ultimate enemy approaches Goku. Now let loose the killer spirit bomb. I love the titles of Dragon Ball episodes. Go, go, go. I am watching this in Japanese because obviously that was the version that came out on that day. I normally would watch the dub, but obviously, again, the dub is more recent. I think that was like 2019 when they hit this point. The fight we were looking the most forward to, Goku versus Jiren. The fact that he powers down from blue. It's like, bro, come on. Just from him walking. Dude, this is so hype. I'm of course wearing my Tournament of Power Fight Night shirt. I mean, this was more for like when Mastered Ultra Instinct happened, but it still applies to this. Oh yeah, and I forgot, like, in the anime, they just never said what his wish was gonna be. That's the only part in the manga that I think handled the Tournament of Power better than the anime, was the fact it's just like, oh yeah, they actually told us what his wish is, to bring his master back to life. I figured at some point Goku would have been like, yeah, you don't need to use the Super Dragon Balls for that, but we have a lot of Dragon Balls in our universe. Dude, this shot of Beerus. The fact that he was sweating for that. Okay, god, dude. I'm trying to put myself back in, like, where was I during all this? It was 2017, so I would have been 15 years old, and I would have been in my sophomore year of high school. Because we would always get these episodes on Sundays. I remember because I was working with my mom doing stuff, and like every time stuff, and then we would come home and I'd be like, alright, new episode of Dragon Ball Super. Of course, back then I wasn't watching them on Crunchyroll or any other site. I was watching them off of YouTube. Oh, the good old days. It was just one of those things where you could just feel the whole world watching this right now. It was fitting, like everyone here is just like tuning in to watch Goku versus Jiren like in the actual tournament. It's like that's what's happening in the real world. I mean, because this is the first time, probably not in anime history, but the first time I can ever really recall where they did like a dual episode that wasn't like a premiere thing. It was just like, we're in the middle of an arc, here's 2 episodes on the same day, which was huge. Sweat drop. Yeah, he's just going through the forms. He does still sort of do this for the most part when he fights people, like he goes through the forms. But for the most part, he just does Super Saiyan, God, and then Blue, and then now Ultra Instinct. Like, he just skips like 2, 3. Like, I get that. Granted, he skips 3 here, but I just wish Super Saiyan 2 would get more love in like the newer stuff. God, dude. The Tournament Power gave a lot of love to Super Saiyan God, which I'm glad, because obviously the entirety of the show since Battle of Gods just forgot that Super Saiyan God existed. I think the manga definitely helped with this, because I think like what they were trying to go for with God in the anime was that Super Saiyan God was like the result of doing the ritual and getting a taste of the God Ki, and then Blue was taking that power and making it their own, and that's why you never really saw them do God since Battle of Gods. But I think since the manga was making it more that Super Saiyan God is a viable transformation, they were like, oh yeah, we should probably follow that as well. So that's why at the Tournament of Power you see Goku go God a lot. I wish they let Vegeta do it as well. And we saw it in Broly, I guess. Super Saiyan Blue. This is a good one. You see, the weird thing with Blue is like, in the anime for the most part, it's just sort of like a transformation. He just turns it on just like he would normal Super Saiyan. But like the moments that matter with Blue, you really feel it's just like, oh yeah, Super Saiyan Blue, now we're serious. It's like Super Saiyan Blue is a cool form. It's just, it's cool when they do shit like this. Again, perfect example, when he goes blue against Broly in the movie. It's like, dude, they should have been giving it that love the whole time. The standoff. Dude, animation's so good, dude. Kaioken. Okay, like, people still, like, will constantly trash on Super, which for the most part, I get that, but, like, the Tournament of Power, dude, it was so fun. Like, yeah, there's episodes that were boring, but, like, just skip them. The moments that matter, like this fight, the battle against, like, Khalifa and Kale and Kefla, every time Ultra Instinct, like, just all the Saiyan fights, like, dude, like, just throw aside all the criticism and just enjoy this. That's why I still love Super. No, I wouldn't say as a whole. The main arcs, like, you know, Tournament Destroyers, Goku Black, Tournament of Power, like, I love them. Yeah, it's not the best comparatively to Z in terms of quality, but I have to remind you all, it's just like, Z had its fucking episodes that looked like hot shit. It had many of those episodes, but people are just so blinded by the few episodes that looked phenomenal. But it's like, consistently, the Tournament of Power obviously was the best looking arc in Super. There's only like a couple episodes I could think of in which it was like, obviously, it's leaps and bounds compared to, obviously, what was the Resurrection F arc. The main thing is just like, it's not the animation that's the problem. Like, the animation's beautiful. It's like, the art is what's like, of course, we've had, you know, the 2 movies since then. We've got to see 2 new art styles used. So, like, when we do hopefully eventually return to the show properly, I hope we kind of see a mixture of a bunch of different things. Just with his eyes. Yeah. Classic Frieza Saga moment there. It's just like, yeah, Goku can still use Kaioken. It's just, and then King Kai being like, he has been using it. Is the Spirit Bomb really a trump card? Obviously, outside of like the non-canon movies, the Spirit Bomb has worked one time. Again, in the words of TFS Vegeta, I'll give you 3 reasons why you shouldn't use this. You tried it on me, didn't work. You tried it on Frieza, didn't work. Didn't even bother to use it on Cell. Granted, it worked on Kid Buu, but I think there's a reason why Goku never uses the Spirit Bomb throughout the remainder of the series. It's a powerful move, but like, 1, it leaves you wide open, and 2, it takes forever to charge, and 3, no guarantee it actually will work. Yeah, in theory, like, these 2 should have been able to give energy non-stop. The fact that Frieza gives us energy. I once saw a comment when this episode came out that was just like, oh, if Vegeta actually gave his energy, it would have made a difference. Like, no, it wouldn't have. Dude, Jiren's way too strong, man. Is this cheating? Zeno. Ah, it's cool. Well, if they could do it, should Beerus have been able to give his energy? Or would that have been interference? What happens if you give destruction energy into a Spirit Bomb? Questions for later. That was the fastest Spirit Bomb charge. Granted, he was only taking energy from 10 people, 9 people, and 8 people. Genki Tamada! Oh, the music as well. Good moments. Shouldn't he have just gone straight to 20? Interesting that that's what caused him to struggle. Yep, and Goku died. Alright, episode 110. Son Goku awakes. The new level of the awakened. Yes, put awakened twice in the title. Good job, English. This is how you know it was serious. They skipped the recap. I like the flashing blue and red. Just puts his hands down. I want to see more of Jiren, man. Like, Jiren hit, like, all the Tournament of Power guys. It's like, I saw What If, it's just like, so the second Tournament of Power, if it ever happens. I think it would be interesting if they did a second Tournament of Power, if Jiren's eliminated early. Like, not like right at the beginning, but like earlier than like, you know, the very end. Which then would make way for just like someone new. I mean, with where like Goku, Vegeta, and even Broly are all at, and Gohan, Piccolo, it's like the other universes would really need to step up. Because Universe 7 right now is... that team is looking way too strong. I don't want them to just forget that Super happened, man. It's like, yeah, they mentioned Jiren in both movies a little bit, but it's like, I want to see him again. I want them to go to the other universes. Stop just sticking to Universe 7 and just like Earth and all this shit. It's like, go out. You introduced 11 other universes. Go explore them. Fucking Frieza. The limit of his limit. I mean, yeah, Jiren is far from full power. It's so cool, dude. Created a fucking black hole from just condensing a spirit bomb. Even though it's kind of harder to explain this, the manga version of the Tournament of Power just is like, Goku just thinks about it, it's just like, oh yeah. And it just happens. Like, this is at least like, dude fell into a black hole and then his body just kicked into survival mode. Like, Whis explains it, like his whole paragraph later explaining it, but it pretty much is just that. The things that happen to this ring, man. Made out of the hardest material in the whole multiverse. I mean, it shows, I guess, how strong, like, Goku and Vegeta are. I mean, it's mainly Vegeta and Toppo who destroy the whole tournament arena. Because, like, Toppo does his Hakai, that splits it in half. And then Vegeta blows up that one of those halves. You're about to press Goku out. Wouldn't the Grand Prix been able to be like, oh yeah, he's just there, just in the pile of smoke, just give it a second. It's cool that they all, like, know immediately. He's coming. Nothing but chills, dude. The first time we ever see it. Migate no Gokui, aka Ultra Instinct. Omen. Now, see, you gotta remember as well, if you were around during this time watching Super, it's just the episode leaks that were so infamous. I mean, if you were involved in the Dragon Ball community like I was, it's like you knew 5 to 6 like episodes in the future, the description of those episodes would come out and then be like, alright, cool, so this is what's gonna be happening. The same thing happens to this day with like the movies. I mean, that's more just cause like obviously Japan gets the movies sooner, so then we get the trickle down of that for the next like couple months, but I've accepted at this point, being a Dragon Ball fan, that's just like, I'm never gonna go into something new without something being spoiled. Granted, we didn't know what this new form was called, but like, we knew for the longest time that Goku would go into this arc and get a new form. Just because one of the first teaser images for the Tournament of Power was that poster with his back turned and he's all like steaming. And of course, even in the opening for this, like, there's that red aura. Alright, the Jiren dodged it. It's kind of scary, like, even looking back on this, because Jiren, even at this point, is still stronger than Goku. Because, like, obviously, this is still Goku fresh Ultra Instinct. This is the first time he's ever gone into it. So, like, he's sort of just figuring stuff out. Jiren's way more powerful. Like, even when he gets to full power eventually, he's still fighting on par with Mastered Ultra Instinct. Yeah, this moment's cool and everything, but, like, Goku still doesn't win this. And then the first time we ever hear this song... Good. And I still remember like watching reactions to this, like all of us like putting it together, just like, wait, didn't we talk about something like during Resurrection F where he was just like, oh yeah, let your mind go and let the body just do its own thing. Just let instinct take over. Don't worry, Vegeta, give it a little bit, you'll get your own form that's even cooler. Just ignores it. This is an interesting version of this song, because like we never hear this version ever again, because there's a lot more just horn, and we only really heard the first bit of the vocal part. Fucking hell, man. I still remember just, dude, all the theories that were happening at this point, man. I look back on it so fondly. It's just like, we were so young. We were so 2017. This was only just the beginning. I remember there was theories as well, like going into this battle, it's just like, so is this the end of the Tournament of Power? It's like, no, we still have 20 episodes left. I mean, granted, those 20 episodes were some of the best shit ever yet to happen in Super. One of the theories for the longest time was just like, there's like two halves to Ultra Instinct, the defending half and the attacking half. And oh, does Jiren have like the attacking version of Ultra Instinct? But it's like, no. Jiren is just a goon. Yeah. I love Beerus just realizing it. Yeah. He's just the GOAT, man. What can we say? I mean, we all thought it's just that too. It's just like he absorbed the spirit bomb. I mean, he did, sort of. Yeah. It was just through, yeah, the two forces, just like Goku's power, the spirit bomb, just clashing with each other. Dude. This one episode introduced the two best themes in this tournament. Bum, bum, bum. The Uzara scream in there as well. Ah, fucking hell. Takahashi who does that animation, right? Yuya Takahashi? Yeah. Ran out though. Imagine if he just eliminated Goku here. Fucking hit coming in here. Love that Vegeta went right to Goku. Just like fucking explain yourself. Yeah, and that pretty much was episodes 109 and 110 of Dragon Ball Super. Fucking hell, dude. The best episodes in Super? I wouldn't say that. There's still a lot more amazing episodes that were left to come in Tournament of Power, like episodes 114 to 116, obviously very good. I would say like every episode from 122 to the very end were really good, like Universe 7 versus Universe 11. And even episode 111, like Hit versus Jiren, like that was crazy. We figured like Hit versus Jiren would happen eventually, just because, you know, antagonist of old versus antagonist of new clashing to show the power of new antagonist. 6 years, man, that's ridiculous. 6 years since then. And what have we gotten? 2 movies, 2 manga arcs, and that's about it. Yeah, heroes, but like, no, who cares about heroes? I don't care what anyone says. This isn't a controversial take. Super is good. Fuck you, it's good. Is it fucking astounding, like the best thing that Dragon Ball's ever created? No, but like it's at least doing something new. Unlike with the movies that are just like, oh yeah, bring back Broly, bring back Cell. Like even the manga at least is doing new things with Moro and Granola. Like yeah, there's certain beats from past arcs that repeat in those arcs, but like at least it's going, we're doing things. I've already made a video talking about Dragon Ball, the current state of Dragon Ball. This was a video meant to celebrate what was 6 years ago, the first time we ever got to see Ultra Instinct, the amazing Goku vs. Jiren battle, the double episode special. What a time that was. Thank you all for joining me on this. Join me for many other videos, be they covering Dragon Ball content or other content that will be coming out soon on the channel. So until next time, I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.